United won't spend 120 million euros on Enzo Fernandez. That means they've backed out of the deal to sign Enzo Fernandez, or the battle that is in between Chelsea and Liverpool to sign Enzo Fernandez. That has been confirmed to us by Fabrizio Romano. Now, they've gone ahead to take us back in the days in 2019-2020 when United wanted to sign a player called Jude Bellingham, and how he went ahead to snub United. Yet United had really put in a very huge offer for the player coming in from a side known as Birmingham, and that player is known as Jude Bellingham. Then Lindelof has gone ahead to talk about Lisandro Martinez and Rashford's situation at Manchester United and how they are special players at the club of Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. Rokan David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. Feel home, feel free, and let's troll down to where we are supposed to be as far as United news is concerned. I know we always do 3 stories on the day, and I believe today we are going to clinch that. We are going to clinch that. Please keep in the know, keep where you're supposed to be, and let's do this as soon as possible. And let's get into this. 1. Fabrizio Romano is going to confirm to us that Manchester United are not expected to invest 120 million euros on a midfielder in January. The Glazers do not want to spend crazy money while United is up for sale. Shit, crazy Glazers. Shit, Glazers. Glazers are shit. You know, sometimes you lose yourself, and you happen to find yourself really using words like shit, fuck, ass, because these guys are a pain in the ass of Manchester United. That's it. How are you doing things that are really anti-football? Look at Liverpool. However much the club is up for sale, but the FSG is trying to make signings. They've gone for Cody Gakpo, £37 million. They are going in for Enzo Fernandez, Olcesido. You get? They are willing to spend close to £300 million in the January transfer window to see to it that they strengthen their club and they put it into a better position to compete in the Champions League and obviously clinch one of the 4 spots of the Premier League to be in the Champions League next year, because they know what it means to be in the Champions League. They're 100% no, because in their recent Champions League run, when they are beaten in the finale, they earned £100 million. That is a very huge income coming in through to the club. But the Glazers know this, but they've gone ahead to treat United as something that is not a footballing club. They've been treating us as a brand for a very long time, because they are using the brand of United that Sir Alex Ferguson built 20-30 years back to clinch money out of the club and milk it dry. The well is dry, they don't have money, and on the wealth they're having, they are not getting second thoughts of getting at least 200 million euros, invest them in the club in January, and then sell something that is really fertile, because a fertile ground yields great harvests, not so? They did it in January of 2022, and they are doing it again in this January. What pissed me off was that we couldn't even raise £37 million to sign Cody Gakpo. That really sent me into a total confusion. I lost myself. You get? That is a total fiasco at Manchester United, and I believe they deserve to leave this club as soon as possible. And if the Glazers had the heart for Manchester United, they would have started to process the sale of United, I think, in September, such that they knew in December the takeover would have been done, and then United would have gotten a new owner to see to it that he really does the needful to go on and really bring in new signings. And guess what? Newcastle shows you how they knew the footballing dynamics. Newcastle completed its sale or takeover or its sale to the Saudi Arabia consortium in December. You get? And they knew that they are going to use the entire January to really buy in players to see to it that they save their season. And obviously Eddie Howe saved their season, they are not relegated, and now here they are, 3rd on the Premier League table. You see, even a team like Newcastle knows how football things are supposed to be run, but United, isn't really at that level because they are being run by people who are really business minded, and those are the Glazers. They're pain in the ass of Manchester United. They're a thorn in our skin, and it's high time they left because Enzo Fernandez is a pure description of failure and incompetency under the Glazers. Ralph Rangnick came in through in January of this year and told them that get Enzo Fernandez, he's up for grabs at 25 million euros. He's the next big thing in the world football. Guess what they did? They say, no, you are not the permanent manager of Manchester United, so we cannot give you signings. That's what happened. Now, guess what? They want Enzo Fernandez how many months later? From January to December, 10 months later, Enzo Fernandez is up for sale and Benfica want 120 million euros. You get? So the Glazers don't want to spend this amount of money because they know they are going to sell. And this would have been the last present or the last way to say I'm sorry to Manchester United fans by really getting at least 200 million euros and inject it in the club before they leave, because the new owner is really going to face it rough. And I believe I'm already worried. Guys, I'm already worried. Which type of owner is this? Who is negotiating to take over a club that is not going to make business in January? These would have been the terms and conditions. You tell to the Glazers that bring in signings that the manager wants. To see to it that I take over something that is really on the right path. That's it. So I believe the Glazers are really doing this justice to us, and I believe the only person that can help us find ourselves into the January winter transfer window market is the new owner. Put in demands, because the takeover is going to be accomplished in March, but put in demands that we need to inject at least 100 million pounds in January. That's when you're going to compete with Man City, with Newcastle, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Look at Arsenal. They are going in for Mudryk. They are willing to pump in close to 70 million pounds in a single player like this, because they've learned from their lesson that when they never bought a player in January of 2022, they missed out on the Champions League spot, because they never replaced Aubameyang. Spurs that brought in Bentancur and Kulusevski went ahead to clinch the fourth spot. So, if we don't handle this January transfer window very well, we are having a very good squad, but it's thin. We are going to reach an extent when our team is naked. Like you saw when you are playing a team of Real Sociedad away, when we won it 1-0 and we came and lost to Aston Villa by 3-1, because we were totally naked. Eriksen looked naked. Every player looked tired. No one could clinch the moves. So that shows you how bad we were, because we never had players to rotate with. So Sancho is away. We don't know when he's coming. So we are looking really troubled. And January is really going to be a very tough month for us, because we're having lots of fixtures to go in and play. So the Glazers need to go on and really know that what they are doing is really bad and it's unacceptable at the club of Manchester United. Let me show you a little bit of something here that shows you how bad business-minded this United side is. This quote was told to us in 2019 by the former manager of Shakhtar Donetsk. Look how ugly these people were ill at running businesses, especially Ed Woodward and the Glazers, because the Glazers are the ones that really sanction or give green light for the deal. Negotiations are done, and then information is passed back to them. They approve the amount of money and they sign the check or confirm the wire transfer to the club. This is what Paul Francesca, Shakhtar Donetsk manager by then in 2019, said. When we had Manchester United were interested, we were hoping to get around 20 million euros to 25 million euros for Freddie, as we had such a bad season. 2 days later, we received an official faxed bid of 60 million euros from United. The room erupted into laughter. I told my assistant to fax back asking for 64 million euros. Next morning, a new bid arrived of 64 million euros. I remember thinking, had the world gone crazy? We had better players in our youth team. I ordered my assistant to open a bottle of champagne. It felt like we had won the lottery. Guys, this is United for you. This is what the Glazers are good at. You get? I would like to see this video reaching people like Jamin Jenas and every pundit outside there saying that United has been spending money. Yes, they've been spending money, but look how stupidly they've been spending this money. A player who is worth 20 to 25 million euros, because Man City was in for him, United went in to stop Man City from signing Freddie, and they paid 64 million euros. Stupidly like that. That is stupid of the highest order. They did it again on Anthony. They did it on Harry Maguire. They did it on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. They did it on Bruno Fernandes. They did it on which other player? So they've been doing these mistakes season in, season out, and obviously that's why our bank accounts of spending are now dry because of these stupid mistakes. So those are the Glazers for you. That's why they need to go out of this club. Let them walk out, and let's see how God is going to pan us to the next level of things, because they've been spending stupidly. Those are the Glazers. Stupid spending, and obviously this is what we are in. Let's go to Jude Bellingham, as the former Birmingham City CEO Don ran on Jude Bellingham as told us that United made the biggest offer we received compared to Bayern, Dortmund, Leicester or other clubs like Wolves. Ed Woodward was the most insistent, but Jude didn't make any decision based on money. He said United offered much more salary to Jude Bellingham compared to the rest, maybe double. He was going to be guaranteed millions in the bank, and he did not take them. That's not normal for a player at all. So why he did that was simple, because he knew that there was no manager at the club of United that was going to improve his career. And if at all he made a mistake and went in to Manchester United to play there, he wouldn't have been the Jude Bellingham we are seeing right now, because United, we are not willing to play him. With the favoritism of the club by the time, masterminded by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he couldn't bench Scott McTominay and Freddie. He wanted those two on the field of play. Now, how could he get in Jude Bellingham into that midfield? You get? He couldn't, because even Sancho, who was already a finished article at Borussia Dortmund, when he came in through, he never gave him what he deserved. That's it. What he deserved was to play every game. You can't bench a 73 million pound player. Nowhere in this world have you ever heard that. Benching a 73 million player, it's out of this world. But Solskjaer could do it. Solskjaer could do it umpteen times. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but very many times. So Jude Bellingham made a very good decision to say it that he doesn't come to Manchester United, because his career would have gone in total mud. And here we are. Jude Bellingham is one of the midfielders that every team is really looking at. Liverpool and Madrid are tussling out for the signature of this lad. Guess how much they are calling in for? 150 million euros. So it shows you how the decisions that the Glazers and Ed Woodward made of bringing managers like Solskjaer really haunted us on Haaland and Jude Bellingham. Because if I had a very good manager like Erik ten Hag by then, he would have gotten Haaland and Jude Bellingham. That's it. He would have gotten them. So let's go to Victor Lindelof. Has gone ahead and really talked about his defensive partner that he plays with the central defense, that is Lisandro Martinez. He's telling us that Martinez adapted really quickly. He's a fantastic player since his arrival. He's been fantastic with his energy and his passion. Energy. Everything he does, he always does 100%. This is no doubt about this guy. This guy is really great. He's hard, good on the ball, and he fights for the shot. You know, if I told you are having 6 players like Licha in your team, there is no way you are going to lose out on a battle, unless otherwise it's not your day to win, because they'll always put their bodies on the line, and this is what we've always been missed at Manchester United. That's why you saw that during the days of Sir Alex Ferguson, he had the likes of Alan Smith, Wayne Rooney, O'Shea, Fletcher, Park Jin-sung, you get Nemanja Vidic. These players could put their bodies on the line. They could run and make sure the team could win. That's United for you. because battle is part of the game. And Premier League is so much physical. So you need to have a player like Licha who goes ahead and do that. And thanks to Victor Lindelof, who is really hailing Licha or Lisandro Martinez. But Martinez is back. He's back in the training of Manchester United. He has trained for the second day consecutively, obviously putting himself into a position to come in and train all and future into the game of United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Lindelof has not only talked about Lisandro Martinez, but he has also gone ahead to give Rashford his flowers by saying Rashford is fantastic. When he's confident, it's even harder to defend against him. He's in great form. He was also very good at the World Cup. Hopefully, he'll be able to continue this momentum. He's very important. Obviously, he is very important to the club of Manchester United, because if we manage to keep those 3 fit, Martial, Rashford, and Bruno, we know what they can get us, and we know how far they can really take us. You get? We went on a very good run of being unbeaten away with Rashford, Martial, and Bruno on fire. That's it. And I believe we are going to continue that if at all we get those players fit on their grounds. And let's pray to it that Sancho really returns from rehabilitation and really joins the team. Then Anthony is another player that is talented that we need to pray for, to see to it that he gets back to the level supposed to be on. Because if at all you're having that attacking trio of Anthony, Martial, and Rashford clicking together and on fire, and Bruno comes in through and really does the needful as he's doing, because Bruno looks like he's picking up, with Casemiro behind them, connecting the midfield to the attack, guys, we are going to be a threat to very many good teams. And by the way, the beauty of this is that 2 of the top, I think there are 2, let me see, 2 of the teams in the top 6, we are playing them in January, not so? I think we are playing them in January. We are playing them in January because I know in January we are playing Arsenal and Man City, not so? Arsenal, Man City, yeah. Man City 14th January, Arsenal 22nd January. That's when we are going to play those teams. So it shows you that we at least have a chance to see to it that we get done with, to me, the most hardest. Those are the most hardest teams in the top 4 right now, because they are topping the league. Arsenal is topping the league, Man City is second. If at all you play them in the January, even if you lose to them, you know that's done and you've forgotten about them. You know that you can go at Anfield and put the battle. Chelsea are coming to Old Trafford. Spurs, we are going away, we can beat Spurs. Liverpool, I think we can put a bat at Anfield. So you're left with Liverpool, Newcastle, Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur, and Chelsea. You get? So I believe we can put a battle there that can really lead us to success. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Tell me what you think about United out of Enzo Fernandez deal, because they cannot spend 100 million euros, 120 million euros. What are your thoughts about that? Then tell me your thoughts onto Jude Bellingham snubbing us however much we gave him a lot of money. And lastly, what Lindelof has talked about Licha and Marcus Rashford. Your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below. First video of the day. More are yet to come, guys. We are going to really add up. 3 videos are going to be uploaded on this channel in the next coming hours. And in the next 2 hours, we are going to be back here with the latest news and information as far as this is concerned. Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. May the mighty Lord bless you and bless you abundantly. I'm out.